Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? This is Kat. I know it's kind of late. It's 8:45 in the evening, but I was busy today, and so I didn't have time to sit down and do a video. But I did get a little bit done. I got a lot of the U's here are all done, right along in here, as you can see. And we're going to continue to work on that. And then if you stick around, okay, I'm going to show you some stuff that I did earlier today. If I can find my glasses. There they are. Gosh, if there'd been a snake, it had bit me. Anyhow, we're going to continue with this, the U's, which right now is, I think this is 21. I'm going to stick my little doohickey in there. And I'm using a little bit different tray. And I'm using a different pen today. And, but yeah, I got a little bit of stuff done today. Not much, but a little bit. You know. And then, on top of that, I got a lot of, let me see if I can get some light, more light on this. There we go. Anyhow, is that too much light? Nope, I guess not. It's good. Anyhow, you know, the other day I bought a center one diamond painting from Temu, and it's that real pretty hummingbird, and it has been calling my name ever since. You know, I keep hearing it whispering in my ear. You know. Anyhow, so what I did is I went and I kitted it up today, and got it ready to go, so that when I'm ready, I can just pull her out and go for it, kind of thing. I mean, I like this, working on this one and the others that I've got, but that hummingbird keeps calling to me. So I have decided to get it kitted up and get it ready, and I may work on it, you know, maybe 1 or 2 days out of the week, you know, and that way I can film it, I can do a video on it, and you're not looking at the same canvas every time I do a video. So, but yeah, it had 37 colors. That's, to me, that's a lot of colors. Because normally I usually have them, they're like 25, 28, something like that. But this time it was 37 colors, and I think there was 2 ABs, I think, in there. So it is going to be a very pretty painting once I get it done. And so we are going to work on this one, and we're going to work on the other one too. You know, I think I'm getting kind of like Laura when you're stitching with Laura. You know, I used to call her a serial starter, right? Because she was constantly starting new stuff, but she had very few in the way of finishes. You know, not that she didn't get some of them done, but she had more starts than finishes. Let's put it that way. And I think I'm getting to become just like her. I got a lot of starts, but very few finishes. So, yeah, I'm using a different pen this time. And this one's got a curved tip. And it makes it a little bit easier on my hand. So, anyhow, hang on just a second. There we go. This little pen is kind of neat because if you take this off, you have to actually unscrew it. Okay. And then you have this little piece here that you can add to it. All right. It goes, whoop. You gotta screw it on right. Here we go. And so that way, while you're busy working and you stop, you can roll it a little bit as you go. Is that cool or what? I thought that was kind of a neat pen. I've had it for a while, but I just haven't been using it. And so anyway, so I decided to pull out the pen with the roller and go that route. So as I work on it and I get a good, amount of area, then I can roll it at the same time. Get on over there. God damn it, get over there. And so anyway, yeah, I hadn't really watched a lot of YouTube today. Been doing other stuff. Plus, I took the girls out, and they were out on the porch for about 2 hours. And then about 2:30 or so, I brought them in. And then, well, actually, they were out there longer than 2 hours because I took them out. It was about 10, so they were out quite a while. And they enjoyed it. They were laying around, like cats do, just laying around, lounging around, looking around, And I always, when I take them out, I always make sure that they've got a fresh pot of water out there for them. That way, if they get thirsty, they can grab something to drink. Yeah. But this thing here's got a lot of pretty colors, a lot of different oranges and reds. Yeah, I had to put this little thing here to keep it from spilling my drills everywhere when I shake it, which works. Actually, I should have cut it one a little bit thicker, but I didn't. So, yeah, and I went on Temu and I ordered some more of the DMC labels for the diamond paintings, and the little tiny round labels. I ordered some of those. And what else did I order? Ordered another coloring book. Yeah. And what else did I order? I ordered some more of those floss drops. I got the gourd shaped ones this time around again. I keep catching them on sale, and so normally, you get a pack of 30 for like, about $6, $7 normally. But these here lately have been going on sale, and you're getting a pack of 20 of them for like $2.96, or $2.98 or something like that. Anyway, so I've ordered 4 packs of them. All right, so that gives me another 80 floss drops. And so that'll work for me. And so anyway, it got kind of warm today. It got up into the 80s, so I turned the AC on for a while. And because I didn't feel like sweltering. Unfortunately, the bedroom that I have is usually the hottest and the coldest room in the house. In the wintertime, it's very, very cold. And in the summertime, it's very, very hot. I don't know why, but it's just, that's the way it is. So I have to keep a small heater in my room, plus my own air conditioner. So that way I can regulate the temperature in here. And hang on just a second. I am going to get, I don't know if I can get a hold of it. Come on. Oh, get on out there. I'm trying to get a hold of a squishy. These little squishies come in handy to be used as plugs. Okay, and I'm going to cut me one a little bit thicker. There we go. Because this one here is not working. Too small. So what I do is I just stuff it in there like that, nice, good and tight. Because I end up slinging the drills out. There. Now I got me a nice, good, tight one. I know it's everybody else, they just throw the squishies away. Me, I save them. I use them for plugs. I learned that trick from somebody here on YouTube quite a few years ago. And because of that, I hang on to my squishies. Yeah. Because you can use them to plug all different size spouts and stuff on your trays if you don't already have a plug. And I've looked at getting the plastic plugs, and for what you're getting, hey, I mean, they're pretty expensive for what you're getting this little teeny tiny thing, and you're spending like $3-4 for it. And I'm going, no. So I make my own. Yeah. The way I look at it, as long as it works, that's all that matters, right? Doesn't matter if it's how it looks. We're not here for the aesthetics, are we? We're here to get the job done. Yeah. Some reason that one just doesn't want to sit there for some reason. Anyhow, so there we go. I got it. And so I'm going to work on this one for a little while, and then I'm going to show you the center one that I have kind of set up. And I'll show you which one it is. You know, because I know I got several different um, hummingbirds, but I think I only got one of the center ones, and it's got some really beautiful colors in it. And so I decided to try to work on that as well, you know. But I also worked on the other side, the opposite side. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to shift you around a little bit. If you can see, I worked over here and got a lot of this black in. Yeah. So anyway, and yeah, I did a lot of that black yesterday. I figured might as well, you know, try to knock some of it out anyway. It's gonna be pretty once it's done, though. I love the colors in this one. Nice and bright, and on top of that, it very much like the color of Halloween. Very much so. What I probably need to do is get a piece of tape and put it across the bottom end of this this little tray. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That way I can get them to lay flat, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm almost done with all the U's over here. I got this little bit here, and then I got this over here. That's mostly the U's. I'm going to get some more out, though. The one thing I do like about those containers is they do have a nice tight lid. I do like that. You know, I've had some that have had the kind of a loose lid, and if you drop them or you knock them over or whatever, they end up spilling everywhere. Whereas these, even though they're a little bit larger, you know, they got a good tight lid on them, and that's what I like about them. There we go. Got a bit of a glare, so I'm having to move you around a little bit. Yeah. It's the only disadvantage of having a light overhead is that it does have a tendency to have a bit of a glare. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of people are busy choosing and working on their outrageous orange theme that that Tita has put out um, for her event. See, there's a lot of people working on it, so I guess I could use this one here for the outrageous orange as well. It just doesn't have a whole lot of orange on it, but that's all right. And then I want to try to get some of those ones that have got those fall colors, the landscapes. I want to get them done for Diamond Grandma's fall, y'all. So, and then Ava at the Stitchy in the Interlake, she's got one that's going a theme going too, and I think it's not called fall. It's fall, y'all. It's Halloween or something like that. It's fall and Halloween kind of combined, and it's a cross stitch. Yeah. So, like I said, I do follow a lot of people. Now, I didn't have anything for Creative Chaos with Lynn Marie. I didn't have anything um, for her theme that she chose, and trying to remember what her theme was right offhand. Let's see, Hocus Pocus. That was it, and so I didn't have anything that would fall in with that. So I'm gonna have to skip her this time around. Yeah. Now this is going pretty quick, really. All things considered. Yeah, that curved tip, it makes it easier on your hand. You know, especially if you got arthritis, which I do. I've got arthritis in my wrists and in my thumbs. So that's the price of getting old, I guess. Yeah, old Arthur has a bad habit of coming to visit, and unfortunate sometimes he likes to stay, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, and I watched Rona, I watched her uh, program today. Yeah. She was showing different cross stitches that she'd gotten, and I liked most of the ones that she had gotten. They were pretty. Yeah. Yeah, she does. I think she does mostly counted cross stitch. Rona does. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, my daughter, she's having trouble with her hands, and so she got a doctor's appointment on October 16th because I think she's got carpal tunnel. She's having a lot of trouble with her hands and her hands and her fingers go numb, and she feels pain all the way up to her elbows, and so yeah, I think she's got carpal tunnel. I think. Eh, get over there. And so she's got a doctor's appointment to have that looked at. So, like I said, if it ain't one thing, it's another. So, you know, if y'all get a chance, you know, pray for her. You know, hopefully, maybe, you know, it'll be something minor that he could fix. You know, They say that corporal tunnel surgery. Leave it alone, Frankie. Frankie, leave it alone. And she's over there playing with this little plastic spoon. I don't know if you can hear her or not. A little jingling noise. That's her. Anyhow, so I don't know. They say that surgery doesn't. It's good for a year or so, and then it comes right back, and there's really not much they can do after that. And so yeah, I don't know how true that is. Now that's just what I've heard people talking and whatnot. That it's good for a little while, but it doesn't get rid of the problem. You just basically have to learn to more or less live with it. Yeah, I got Lily in here in the air conditioning too, and so she keeps jumping back and forth on across my back of my chair. you know, as long as she doesn't hit me and cause me to hit the table and jiggle the camera, we'll be all right. We're getting there, little by little. Yeah, but I thought I'd put one of these out today because I just didn't have the time to sit down and do it today. So I'm trying to get this video out. I try to do at least one. Now, if I can squeeze in two, if I've got something to show you or something to talk about, then yeah, I'll try to do two. But most of the time, if I can get one video out a day, I'm doing good. You know. Yeah, my daughter-in-law and my couple of nieces and a granddaughter are all headed up here to Tennessee, and with a trailer load of goods for the Hurricane Helene's survivors. They've got um, baby stuff, diapers, water, and a bunch of other stuff. They got everybody come together down there in Florida and took and everybody donated stuff and donated money and you name it. So they're all headed up here to Tennessee. I'm not sure what town. All I know is that they're headed this way. Let's put it that way. And so hopefully the emergency people don't run them off and whatnot. Yeah, I saw this video where this lady, um, they brought up a whole bunch of stuff and whatnot and brought a bunch of stuff up and whatnot. And they didn't want to let them, bring their stuff in. They didn't, they tried to stop them. And they, and let's see, it was called, you got FEMA, and then you got, I think it's called TEMA. Yeah, I think it was Tima. They didn't want the donated goods. Okay, all they wanted was the money. They wanted this group to hand over the money that they had collected to help these people. Uh, they wanted the money, but they didn't want the goods, and that kind of sounded kind of strange to me. That's why when I saw that, I reposted it on Facebook and making my daughter-in-law and them aware of what's going on in case they get involved in the same kind of nonsense. So hopefully they don't have the same problem. All right, let's go for Y, which is number 22. 22. Next number. Come on. And so I posted it on my Facebook, and because I've got a different Facebook other than the I haven't set one up for uh, my channel yet. I need to, but and anyhow, so hopefully they don't run across the same problem. Yeah, then I saw another video where this guy, he had um, I think he came from South Carolina, I think. Anyway, he had a private helicopter, and he came up and he went to rescue some people. And this older couple, their house had slid down into the canyon, down the cliff, and they were sitting there, what was left of their driveway, more or less. And he happened to see them, and so he swung back around with his helicopter and he landed in that small space in their driveway. And he took the man's wife. And now this is an older couple. I'd say they're probably in their mid 60s, maybe. And anyhow, he took the man's wife and he took him to a rescue center, landed, and helped her off the helicopter. And because it was such a small helicopter that he didn't want to put any more extra weight on it. So what he did is he left his son, which is his co-pilot, and left him up there with the elderly man, the wife's husband, and rescued her. And then when he dropped her off at this, I guess like a rescue center. Anyway, they asked him what he was doing there, and all kinds of stuff, and say, hey, you can't do that. And then they turn around and threaten to arrest him if he went back to get his son. And it was just crazy, And this man, went and rescued these people, was rescuing people, and he was coordinating with another group that was down there that was in a process of doing rescues. And they told him if he went back up to get his son, and if he went back up into that area, and I understand that's up in, I think it's called Black Mountain, I think. And told him that they would arrest him. Well, he just told him, listen, I'm going up and getting my co-pilot, my son. I don't care, and so he did. But that was stupid. And then the very next day, these people get out there and they get on the horn and start calling for private pilots that have their own helicopters to come back in the day later to help them rescue these people. Now, by this time, it's like 3 days after the hurricane come blowing through. Made no sense at all. And so And I just saw an interview where the city councilwoman or whatever she is was busy flapping her lips and trying to cover, you know, this guy's blunder, shall we say. And it was insane. You know, we kind of ran across the same problem about, I don't know, 20 something years ago. We had a really bad storm in Florida. And we got hit by, it was something like 200 tornadoes set down in a, I don't know, 100-mile radius around us. And there was a lot of damage. There was, um, people were not able to get out. The power was knocked out. We didn't have power. I went because I lived there and I went through it, and I was out of power myself for almost about 2 weeks. It was 15 days before the power company could get out there and restore the power. Well, what a whole bunch of us in the community did was that we all got together and we started donating the food that was in our freezers that was going to go bad otherwise, right? So everybody in the neighborhood started cooking. And they were cooking everything, from fried chicken to beef stew and venison steak and you name it. We had every kind of meat imaginable, you know. And finally, about 4 days later, um, the Red Cross comes, you know, rolling in and told us that, well, you can't do that. And, they were trying to force us to shut down the community kitchen, which is what we had what we did was put tents up and had cooking everywhere. Everybody had gas grills and all kinds of stuff to be able to cook outside. And they come in and try to tell us that we couldn't do that. Needless to say, there was quite a few of the people of our community that basically ran them out of our town and told them, "Listen, we got this. You go do whatever you got to do, but we're going to do what we need to do to take care of our own." And that happened back in 1993, I believe. You know, but this nonsense about threatening people and arresting them and all this other kind of stuff just because they're trying to help. As far as I can see, that these people they don't know what they're doing. Let's put it that way. And so anyway, so been there, done that, kind of situation. So I don't trust the Red Cross at all. You know, and my daughter, she used to work with, I think it was CERT. I think it was called CERT. Anyhow, she saw where the Red Cross and them were tossing after some kind of a hurricane. I can't remember which one it was. Sandy, maybe? I don't remember. Anyhow, and they were taken, and instead of giving and donating the like dog food and cat food and stuff like that to the shelters for the animals, they were throwing it away in a dumpster. My daughter saw that and oh, she was pissed. And then the people that saw them doing it, they started fishing that stuff out of the dumpster so they could feed their animals, right? And they started fining these people, you know, some kind of fine for dumpster diving, basically. And so I don't have a lot of faith in the Red Cross. Let's put it that way. You know, I mean, some people have good experiences with them, but the few times that I've come up again and come up with them, they I'm not impressed, you know. So, but anyway, that was one of my stories from the history, back in the day, kind of thing. But anyhow, so hopefully my daughter-in-law, my granddaughter, hopefully they'll have a better experience this time around than they did the last time. Yeah, because sometimes the community has to kind of pull together because, by the time um, emergency people get there, um, it's already pretty much over and done with. You know, I remember during that time period, they had these guys, they had chainsaws, and we were so covered up in downed trees in and around the area that, I mean, it was a heck of a knot across the highways and whatnot. And they took it took 10 men like 18 hours of consistently cutting to cut a path through all of these down trees in order to get emergency vehicles in. Okay. And the only thing they asked was just make sure you keep us, with something to drink. And after it was over with, and the 10 guys, they got, the community got together and they bought about 3 cases of beer for them. And, but yeah, so, sometimes your community has to kind of pull together, so. But that's the way it was back there in the day where I used to come from. Because I came from a little tiny town in the middle of Florida, in the middle of the Ocala, Florida forest, and it was called Scrambletown. It was a little teeny tiny town. It had a store, a combination of a store and a gas station, and a church. And that was about the extent of it. If you wanted to go get groceries or something, you had to drive quite a distance to get to a grocery store. So it was a very teeny tiny town. And I don't know how many people lived in that area. I don't know, maybe a couple of hundred. It wasn't very many. And it's still small. It's bigger than it used to be, but it's still a small town. But it's changed a little, but not much. Yeah, but that's where I lived, and I moved there when I was 16, and I stayed there until I was in my mid 30s and sold out and moved up here to Georgia. Yeah, we're getting there. Got almost all of the wines so far. Yeah, sometimes they don't want to flip over for some reason. So you got to hunt for the ones that have flipped. But yeah, so hopefully everybody is safe. Everybody's been rescued, and and that kind of thing. I know we've had quite a few losses. I know that. So y'all pray for their families, for their loved ones. You know. And because it's not an easy thing to lose family members. Not like that. But yeah, we're done. Tennessee is not the only ones that got hit. We got a whole bunch of people got hit. Yeah. All right, now, come on. And but you know, we were lucky because we didn't get. We got a little bit. We got a lot of rain. We got a bit of wind, but other than that, it just bypassed us entirely. You know, so in that aspect, we were very lucky. Let's see. I don't see any more Y's. I'm looking, but let's see. Do I see any more? Nope. I think I see one. Right there. Alrighty, I think I got them all. It looks like it. I think all that's left is the T's. Nope, wait a minute. Found a couple more. Hold on. Come on now. There's one there. And there's one right next to it. Yep, found another one. Okay, I think I got them all. Alright, I think we did. We're done with those. Nope, I found. It's funny how you go to put the stuff away and all of a sudden you find a couple more. They like to hide, that's for sure. So I'm trying to get them all so I don't have to come back later. You know. Let's see, any more? No, I think I got it this time. I hope. Anyhow, that one. There we go. And then T is number 5. T, number 5. Yeah. But we are getting there slowly, but we're getting there. I tell you what, though, I don't know how long I've been on here, so you know what? I'm going to show you what I did earlier, and then we'll get back to this. Okay? Put all of that away, where it's kind of off to the side here. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. The center one that I kitted up earlier is this one. But I'm going to have to raise you up, so hang in there. Okay. I kitted up this hummingbird. Get over there. All right. Get it to lay down here. I don't know if you can see that without the glare or not. Let's see. Nope, not that one. How about this one? There we go. Can you see that? I don't know. It's got a lot of glare. I'm sorry, but Anyhow, there is the center one hummingbird that I'm getting ready to do. Okay. And then I took, I always have a hard time reaching stuff when I'm sitting here. Hang on. And then I, here it is. Then I put this one in this suitcase. I call it a suitcase, but it's really not a suitcase. Okay. And, whoop. Sorry about that. And then I packed it up in the suitcase, like so. Right there. 37 colors. And I packed them up in under the DMC numbers rather than the 1, 2, 3 thing. That way, when I'm done with them, it'll be easier to put them in the book. And as you can see, I have, this is 820 right here. Let's stick this one over here, okay? This is 820. I got 820. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them puppies, because they're all on the, and all of them are full. Yeah, so all of them are pretty much all the way to the top. Yeah. And this is the background, that blue background. So there's a lot to it. And then this is the toolkit in this little potato sack. All right, and I keep it in here so I can find it. So that way, when I'm ready, I got everything all together. And that's what I did this afternoon. Is kitted this up. So that way, when it comes time, I can just take and pull her out and start her up. Okay, I'm going to flip this over so I can roll her back up, okay? Yeah, but I haven't worked the center one yet, but so far, I do like that it is the way they package it, okay? And they give you a toolkit and everything. Real nice toolkit and the whole 9 yards. So, but that's what I did this afternoon. Is I took and packed up the and kitted up my center one. So that's what I did later on this afternoon. So anyhow, so that's what I did. Okay, we're gonna work on the T's here. Yep, gotta put this thing back in there. There we go. Yeah, I bought this particular tray a few years ago, and really never got into using it. All right, but I do like it. And when I first got it, and that's why I fixed it today so I could use it, is I've got, let's see, let me get you down here so I can explain. Okay. When I first got this, right in here, okay, it had little dips or things sticking up to where your drills wouldn't pour out cleanly. Okay, so what I did is I took and I got out a nail file, which is this thing, plus another different one, and I use this to sand down those little pieces that are sticking up. And now the tray works really well. It's not keeping the drills from pouring out when you need to, which that's a plus. Yeah. So I decided to use it this way. If I want to pull out more than one color at a time, I can. Just adjusting you a little bit. Yeah. And so that's what I did today. Yeah, before my daughter gets home from work, I need to go out there and empty the dishwasher for her. Because I didn't do it earlier. It was just too warm, so I just said, okay, I'll go out there later tonight and do it. And because she filled it before she went to work, which that was good. Yeah. Yeah, I think my dinner, what I'm going to have for dinner tonight, I think I'm going to have a sandwich tonight. I'm really not in the mood for anything special. So I thought I'd make myself maybe a lunch meat and a cheese sandwich of some kind. You know. But as you can see, this curved tip makes it go a lot faster, and it's a lot easier on your hand. So if you've got one, try it. You might actually enjoy it because it's less pressure on your fingers and your joints in your hands, in your fingers, which that's good. Because when you do big paintings and whatnot, your hand can get real tired real fast. You know. Yeah, but that center one, I could have got that in a square, but I didn't want to do a square, so I got a round instead. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the squares. They're really nice, and they sit really well sometimes. But they are very tedious because you got to get them to set just a certain way, and so. That's why I prefer the rounds. They're easier to work with. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. And so I'm probably boring you to death because I'm really not talking about anything specific. You know. Now, if you guys got anything you want to ask or whatnot, or you got any kind of comments that requires an answer, just leave it in the comments where I can find them, and then I can answer you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for this one girl, one subscriber. She's ordered a cross stitch, and she's going to attempt to learn how to cross stitch. And I'm waiting for her to let me know that she's got her kit in and whatnot, and then I'll try to, do some cross stitch with her, if that's what she wants to do. Yeah. Yeah, I got a doctor's appointment and a bunch of running around to do this coming Tuesday. So, and so that's going to be a very, very busy day. So I don't know if I will be up to doing a video that day or not. Because every time I go into town and have to do a lot of running around like that, it just flat wears me out. Yeah. And so we will wait and see what happens. Let's put it that way. No promises. But we got a fair bit done here now. And most of it, what I've got, it's gonna be tedious and take time, and that's doing all that 310 that's sitting over here. And so it's gonna take a little bit. All right, I think we're gonna finish off this little sector right here, and then I think we're going to bring this video to a close for now, because I've been on here almost almost an hour. So we're gonna bring this to a close, and I'm gonna keep right on working, and I'm gonna start and try to get this thing uploaded tonight. I know I put one on, and my goodness, it took forever for it to load. And it was one of my longer ones. I think it was 57 minutes or something. And I didn't think it was ever going to finish loading, to be honest with you. You know. But, and that was one, I think I loaded it. I started to upload it, I think it was last night. And it was still working on it this morning. So I was okay, that's quite a bit. Yeah. But that's all right, because at night, it's the only one that's here that is on the internet is myself and my son-in-law. And so so there's not a lot of pull on our Wi-Fi. Yeah. And so that's why a lot of times, that's why I, do my uploading. I usually try to do it at night, late at night. And that way there's not so many people on the internet. Because, you got myself, my grandson, my daughter, my son-in-law, all on the same internet. And so Needless to say, when we all get on the internet, and I'm not the only one that does it either. So I may be doing something on the internet and watching a movie on the internet at the same time. So my son-in-law does the same thing. So luckily we have what's known as unlimited access. So that way everybody can do their thing, you know, upside down. And yeah, because we used to have just a regular internet, and with so many people on it, it just wasn't enough. I mean, somebody somewhere was getting kicked off. So that's when I decided to up the internet and go with it unlimited access. And I can't remember what the speed is, but it's pretty high. It's almost like a business type internet, and that way um, we can have multiple. Um, my brain is going dead here. Multiple things running all at the same time. You know, because our entertainment in this house is the internet. All right, we we depend on the internet for just about everything. A lot of people they have cable or whatever and whatnot, but we don't. We have the internet. That's it. And so we're very dependent upon it. And that's why my internet bill is so expensive. Yeah, because I pay anywhere from 175 all the way up to about 200 and a quarter, depending on the month, for the internet. So, yeah, we used to have it where it was a bundle, where it was a telephone and Wi-Fi, the internet, and other things, all hooked in together. It's like a bundle, and it got so expensive. It was over $300 a month, and I'm going, no. And especially seeing as nobody was using the house phone. Okay, so we turned off the cable and we turned off the house phone because everybody in the house has a cell phone. And the cell phone reception out here is a lot better than it used to be. So we reduced it down like about $150 um, off of the bill, just turning those off. And I'll be honest with you, I do not miss that house phone at all. And the reason I don't is because every time we turned around, somebody was calling to get us to buy something or sell something, or they were looking for somebody that we've never heard of or whatever. And so it got to the point we wouldn't even answer the dang phone. And so my daughter and I, we do, because my daughter and I both are the ones that pay the bills here. And so we sat down and we talked about it and discussed it. And we decided to turn the internet off. I mean, not the internet, but the cable off, and the telephone. And because everybody has a cell phone, so what do you need a landline for if you got a cell phone? So, and that's what we did. And it saved us about $150 a month. So that'll work for me, because I'm the one that was paying. I'm the one that pays that particular bill. Because me and my daughter, we kind of split the bills here. You know, in addition to rent, I also pay some of the bills. And which is fine, you know, it it helps them out, helps me out, so mm. Whoop, missed. Anyhow, so we're almost done with these teas. I was gonna quit back in that other corner, but I started yammering again and just kept going. But that's all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the unfortunate part about hurricanes is that they do have a tendency to spawn tornadoes, and those I don't like. I've been through a few of those, and they are not pleasant, believe me. Especially if you're in a mobile home. Yeah. Oh, come on. Anyhow, so we're almost done here, and then we'll close it off. And then I'll come back and we'll do another video sometime tomorrow. I try to save my cross stitching for Sunday, so that way anybody that wants to cross stitch can join me and we can sit and cross stitch together. What I need to do is get in the habit of coming online at a specific time, you know, but unfortunately I just can't seem to get myself organized enough to where I can do that. Yeah, well, I operate fairly well under chaotic conditions. Let's put it that way. Alrighty, I think we got all the T's in this sector. Looks like it. Yep. Nope. Wait a minute. There's one. Hiding right there. Alright, I think I got them all. Alrighty, well, we're going to call it a day and get this thing done and uploaded and whatnot, so that way y'all can see it. And you have a good night. Have a blessed night and have a blessed day tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. And we will see you later tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye.